Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12, let's speak from verse 13 to the last verse. But let's see what 13 says. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man's child. Okay, before we continue, it's a story that started from verse 1, Revelation chapter 12, verse 1, that a woman was pregnant and wanted to deliver. At the point of travailing, a fierce red dragon appeared. And the reason why the dragon appeared was to kill the child. Verse 2, and she being with child cried, travailing in bed, and pained to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour the child as soon as the child was born. As soon as the child was born, the dragon wanted to devour, wanted to consume, wanted to exterminate, wanted to kill that child. Can you imagine? You just entered a relationship. How did they know? How did they know? You just win a contract. How did they know? You just got an appointment. How did they know? Who gave that information? How did the dragon know that the woman was about to be delivered? She was being monitored. Just the way a lot of lives are being monitored. A lot of organizations are being monitored. A lot of relationship marriages are being monitored. You are doing your things quietly and people are watching you with their spiritual eye. So what happened that the dragon discovered that the woman wanted to give birth, and the dragon came to kill the child. But thank God there was a power from above that rescued that child. The child was rescued. So what now happened in our verse? When the dragon discovered that the child has been rescued, there was now war in heaven. The dragon was cast down. And let's read it now, verse 13. And when the dragon saw that it was cast onto the earth, he now began to persecute the woman. Since I couldn't get the child, let me get the mother. Liko pala. Ekutaka paraka shantalaba. This is the mystery behind many family wars. That is why the Lord wants us to pray. Since I couldn't get the child, let me get the mother. Since I couldn't get the mother, let me get the child. Since I couldn't get the father, let me get the children. Since I couldn't get the first child, let me get the second child. Since I couldn't stop you from getting married, let me trouble your marriage. Since I couldn't get you from getting the job, let me persecute you in your job. This is a strategy of the devil. He began to persecute this woman because he couldn't get the child. The intention was to kill the child, but that attempt failed. As that attempt failed, he now began to trouble the woman. Say, let me persecute this woman since I couldn't get this child. Have you wondered why so many families they are in jeopardy? The enemy wanted to kill your father, but your father escaped. They now focus their searchlight on you. At times they wanted to kill you. You escaped because you had big capacity, and they began to persecute your children. They began to persecute your children. Your children that you gave birth to, they now turn to something else. At times you see the children begin to misbehave. It is not that they wanted to misbehave. You were the target since they couldn't get you. They now say, let us get the children. There are some children, they wanted to kill you, but they couldn't kill you. Say, let us kill the parent. There are some parents that are suffering today because they wanted to kill their children, but there was the grace upon the children that could, that saved them from being harmed. And now they say, since we couldn't get the child, let us kill the mother. That was what happened in this Revelation chapter 12. Since we couldn't get the child, the dragon wanted to kill the child, but he couldn't get the child. Say, let us kill the mother. Many people have lost their parents because of this mystery. All of a sudden, your husband has turned to a drunkard. He has turned to a drunkard, going to beer parlor. It wasn't like that before. It is because they wanted to attack you. They couldn't succeed. Now they want to turn your husband against you to destroy your marriage. All of a sudden, your wife begin to misbehave. No. It is because they couldn't get you. They want to turn her against you. All of a sudden, your children that were loved, all of a sudden, they have turned to something else. It is because of this mystery that because the dragon could not get the child, he went for the mother. Can you begin to pray in the Holy Ghost? You cannot get me. You cannot get my children. Satan, my children, they are not for you. They are not available. My husband is not for you. Can you begin to pray? Cry to your maker. For in Jesus' mighty name we are prayed. I will hear your testimony. Please, I want you to subscribe, follow us, and I want you to like, drop your comment, and you shall be blessed. Share to